Another brazen, in-your-face attack on Christianity, on our faith, on God, in this article that just dropped. Expert, which we know is an unknown drip under pressure. X, unknown quantity. Spurt, drip of water under pressure. An unknown drip under pressure claims that the body of Jesus Christ is hidden in a hidden chamber under the Great Pyramid of Egypt. Now you might think that's not a big claim to make from one of their experts, but it is the biggest attack against our faith that they can make, and they're getting desperate because time's running out for them, hence this kind of attack. The body of Jesus, they say, and the Ark of the Covenant may well be found in the cave of the patriarchs. Dr. Warner has shown that all his findings from extensive research to the Egyptian Supreme Council of Antiquities. According to the scientist, the sarcophagus of Jesus Christ, now this Jewish rabbi has a sarcophagus, Egyptian sarcophagus. The sarcophagus of Jesus Christ and the Ark of the Covenant have been stored for centuries in a hidden double cave beyond a stone block which seals the southern passageway of the subterranean chamber beneath the Great Pyramid in Giza. The claim that Jesus' body is hidden under the Great Pyramid directly contradicts theology. It implies Jesus did not rise and undermines the very foundation of the Christian faith. Hence this article by their expert scientist doctor saying that in fact Jesus never rose from the grave and his body's been hidden away. It is so ridiculous, it's not even funny. Lieseshubby wrote a book, The Case for Christ, and it was a movie in 2017. They released it. Go watch it if you haven't watched it. And he decides to attack the foundations of the Christian faith because his wife has become a Christian and he feels he's losing her. And he sits down as a very intelligent man and he goes, how do I destroy Christianity? I have to prove Jesus never rose from the grave. Because if you can prove that, then everything is false. And so he sets about doing that and proves that it's all true and becomes a believer and a pastor and so forth. Worth watching. There are around 25,000 copies of eyewitness accounts and the New Testament manuscripts supporting the resurrection through the ages. The claim of the empty tomb was easily verifiable, but there are no contradictory accounts anywhere in history. The apostles claim to have met the resurrected Jesus face to face. The apostles were willing to suffer and die for these claims. Oh, let's steal the body and then let's claim that he rose and let's suffer and die violent deaths to keep the secret. That no, nobody's going to do that. Those who were very likely to be converted to this belief were nonetheless converted by means of personal experiences with the resurrected Christ. All through history, to this day, people have experienced or met or seen Jesus Christ. There are, not counting Paul, 11 recorded times that Jesus appeared to people, proving that he was resurrected. Verifiable, written down accounts of Jesus meeting. The road to Emmaus that I talked on the other day is exactly one of those accounts. It proves he was resurrected. These appearances were to men, women, individuals, couples, groups, and at least one crowd. The appearances were inside and outside, in different locations, and at different times of the day. He was physically touched, audibly heard, visually seen. He ate food in the presence of witnesses. None of these witnesses believed that Jesus would rise from the dead before he rose from the dead. All of them knew him before his death, so they knew he was the same Jesus who died on the cross. He was fulfilling prophecy that said the Messiah would come, would suffer and die for us, and would rise again on the third day. And he came and fulfilled all those prophecies. It is all verifiable. It is all historically verifiable. All the facts are there. And that's besides the personal experiences so many have had through the ages from that time till now with the risen Christ. Like I say, that have seen Jesus. He is alive forevermore. He's the only one who has conquered death and the grave. Firstborn. And we have that hope in us because of what he has done and achieved. So obviously, their best attack now, just before we leave, is to attack the core foundational truth that Jesus, in fact, rose from the grave. A grave protected by Roman soldiers and by a massive stone that could not easily be moved, that had to be moved by angels. His grave clothes neatly folded and left behind inside the grave. All these things verifiable, all historical facts, as he conquered death and the grave. So I laugh at these articles and I see the desperation of the enemy at the last minute, at the last innings of the game, at the very end, right before touchdown or lift-off for us, literally. He's trying to get his biggest damage in, and he is just pathetic. They call him Lucifer in the angelic realms for a reason. This is just crazy. Jesus is alive. Shalom.